Welcome to Lifestyles with Terry Lynn. Today I'm going to cook up some basic, healthy, nutritious, pretty much the same, food. After celebrating Halloween and all the goodies, the salty snacks and the sweets, we need to get down to the basics of eating just plain, good, old-fashioned food. And that's what I'm getting ready to cook up. As soon as I get to the kitchen. This is the dining room, that's right. Oh boy. I do have a food plan in place. I think planning meals is very important, and using what you have in the refrigerator, like using leftovers instead of letting them go bad, that's very important also. This past summer I had to throw quite a bit of okra away and other items because I just forgot about them. I just stuck them down in the crispers and that was it. They rotted or came close to rotting. So I've got some leftovers right here and I'm going to show you. I was going to pull out that table, but my husband's going to be up pretty soon. He doesn't like the table in the middle of this small kitchen. Okay, we have chicken that I cooked up the other day. So these are chicken thighs that I put over vegetables and roasted in the oven. And I got this tip from Frugal Fit Mom, and it's a really good recipe where you put all the vegetables, you roast them, and you put the chicken on top, the raw chicken on top, and then you put Italian dressing over it. And so you could go on her site and get that recipe, and it's absolutely delicious. I think she may have used chicken breast for that. But anyway, I cooked up a bunch of chicken, so now I need to use it, and I need to freeze some of this too into meals. I need to use it for different meals from my husband and I. So, and chicken is fairly healthy and lean. I like the thighs better than the breast. I think they have more flavor. My husband likes the breast better, but he doesn't want chewy breast, that's for sure. But this is pretty tender. So we're going to work with that today. And we're also going to work with broccoli. So I want to make, I got to cook some rice. And the kind of rice I'm going to cook is Rice-A-Roni. I haven't had it in forever, so I'm anxious to use the Rice-A-Roni. But I'm going to put a plate together for my husband right now. I've got some stuffing that was left over in the freezer. We're going to use that. And I can eat a little bit of that. I can tolerate a little bit of gluten, just not an overabundance of it. And then we have some carrots that are getting old. We need to use these up for sure. And I have plenty of celery. I finally bought celery, so we got to use that. And peppers. So I'd like to make a steam fry. It's like a stir fry, but you don't use oil, you use water. And that's a faster way to cook the carrots, actually. In a previous video, I think I cooked them in oil. It took forever. Well, I'm going to steam fry, and it is very healthy. Then you just add whatever sauce you want on, if you make it Asian style, you might want to add sweet and sour sauce or soy sauce. And it's really, really good. And good for you to do it that way. It's less oil, less fat. So, and I have onion, but I have more onions than this. So, onion's very flavorful. And instead of using the garlic, I have one garlic clove left. I want to plant that in the garden. So I need to use garlic powder to give our food flavor here and there. All right, let's get started. Here I have some asparagus, Green Giant brand from the can. I'm going to use this as a side dish for my husband's leftover stuffing and chicken. So he'll really enjoy this. He just loves asparagus, and I'm all right with it too. I didn't have any other vegetables to offer with this that are already cooked, so I want to make this a quick, easy plate to put in the fridge with plastic wrap. Here's my husband's plate. It's good to go. He'll probably eat this for dinner tonight. And here's my plate. Now, I'm a flexitarian, so I don't eat much meat. I eat a lot of vegetables that contain protein and iron. So like beans, lentils, spinach. I eat lots of nuts too. Anything with protein that's not a meat product, because I eat very little meat. But I do eat meat every day. Okay. I got these plates wrapped in plastic wrap, and I'm going to put them in the refrigerator. His goes on the top shelf here. Mine goes down at the bottom. Oh, by the way, I want to show you the vegetables that I roasted with the chicken. And we ate quite a bit already. Then I threw some green beans in there too, but this was 3 times more than this, and I've eaten so much. Sweet potatoes, white potatoes, green peppers, and onions that I roasted together, and a little garlic. All right then. So what I'm going to do with these vegetables, I'm going to put these into like a mulligan stew. I've got to look up some kind of recipe or just get a general idea. I may look at more than one recipe because I don't have a recipe for that. But I've made it before and it contains chicken. So I think that's what I'll use this for. But I'm in the mood for some rice. I've eaten enough potatoes the last few days. Then I'll go back to potatoes. Speaking of rice, I need to cook up the Rice-A-Roni. Just follow the directions on the back. So let's spray the pan. And I'm pretty sure we put the margarine. It's been a while since I made this. All right, I'm melting the butter a little bit. I'm going to add the rice and saute. You can go ahead and add it. The margarine will melt down. Yeah, there we go. I usually just do the rice packets in boiling water, just white rice and boiling water. So it's been a while since I've done rice from a package. But Rice-A-Roni was always a favorite of mine, so. And then the rice needs to turn, when it turns golden brown, then you add the water, and there are 2.5 cups of water and the seasoning. Yeah, now it's coming back to me, but it's on the package. How simple is that? And this is cheddar broccoli flavor. This will be great because I plan on making a broccoli casserole with chicken, that leftover chicken, which is cool. And that's one of my favorite. And rice. Well, the rice goes with that, so that makes it more filling. And that's one of my favorite meals. Broccoli casserole with chicken and rice. And you can freeze it. It's fine. I've done it many times. And then pull it back out. And it unthaws within a day or two. Or you can just heat it up, partly frozen. So I'm going to let this brown. I'm anxious to move on with this. Yeah. The rice kernels are browned. So I'm adding the water. 2.5 cups. Ooh, boy. Steam up, baby. Steam's good for your sinuses. And the seasoning. And that's, you turn up the heat now and let that baby boil. Just for a little while. Once it gets boiling, you turn it down. And you cover it. So it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. Rice-A-Roni, a San Francisco treat, and a treat for everyone around the world. They like it. As you can see, the water is boiling. So I'm going to put a lid on this for 15 to 20 minutes. I'll probably check it after 15 minutes. So let's put a lid on it. Oh, yeah, there we go. I just read on the box that this Rice-A-Roni does contain wheat flour. I believe there's little pastas. I thought it was rice kernels. It's little pastas that's mixed in with the rice. So because this contains gluten, I will have to eat this in moderation. I cannot pig out like I wanted to on some Rice-A-Roni, but that's okay. I'll just use it as like a little side dish. All right, and I'll go easy on the casserole also. Moderation is always the key. Now I just washed up some vegetables and my hands, and I'm going to chop up these vegetables and the onion for the stir fry. Great. I'm going to try to do the carrots in like little sticks, like little, what do you call it? Matchsticks. Yeah, that sounds cool. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. And I'll be steam frying these. It will be a lot faster than the oil. Okay. You want some music on? We'll see what I can do. Okay. Music's always nice. Oh, that carrot's good. There's nothing like an old-fashioned carrot instead of all those big baby carrots. I got tired of those. They lacked flavor, I thought. If you know where to get some good baby carrots that have flavor, let me know. I did have carrots in my garden, but they weren't babies. Well, they're babies now, but what I mean is they weren't the baby carrot brand or style. Let's see here. It's hard to get flavorful baby carrots. I'm going to chop these up, and I'll see you after a while. I just did a taste test, and the Rice-A-Roni is done. So I'm going to put this in a container, and I'm going to be using this for the casserole. But for the stir fry, I'm going to have to cook up some other rice for that. So we'll probably use those stir fried vegetables tomorrow. I think we're going to have this casserole today. All right. Now I threw some broccoli after I washed it on the board, and I want to cut it up in smaller pieces, and I'm going to steam it on the stove. So just cut it in smaller pieces. I don't like big pieces of broccoli that well. It's easier to work with when it's smaller and easier to eat. And when you put it in the casserole, it's just better in small pieces. Don't you agree? Tell me how you make yours. I'd love to hear. Got the cheesy broccoli Rice-A-Roni in a container, just waiting to be put into a casserole. I won't be using all of this because there's only 2 of us, remember? But I will be freezing some. And if someone stops by, one of my kids or something, I'll give them some also. And I'm steaming the broccoli. So I'm going to put a lid on this. And then I've cleaned out the pan where I cook the rice so I can saute or steam fry the vegetables after I finish chopping them. All right, I got my vegetables chopped up very nicely into little matchsticks. Even the onions kind of resemble that a little bit, but they're curved. So this will be a beautiful presentation for a steam fried veggie side. And then I have I looked in the refrigerator, and I already have some chicken broth. I'm going to go ahead and make my broccoli soup, but without salt. And I'm going to add it to this rice, the broccoli, and cut up some chicken and make that casserole. And I'm not going to put it in the oven. I'll put cheese on it, but we can just microwave it. There's no reason to put it in the oven when everything's pretty much already cooked. Don't you think? Just kind of melt the cheese. You can do that in the microwave. I just thought of that. That will save time. All right, I just put water in the pan, and I turned up the flame to high. So when I get it to boil a little bit, then I'm going to start steaming the vegetables.
Hey, lady, got the wrong burner on.
I'm going to do the carrots by themselves for a while. And then the onions, and then the peppers. So, because the carrots take longer to cook than anything else, that's for sure.
Eventually, she'll figure it out.
I'm going to grab it right now. Let's see, garlic powder.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Salt and pepper. There we go. In the meanwhile, the broccoli, as you can see, is steamed. It's done. So I can use this pan right here to make the soup. Can you see that? The pan on the other side. All right. Okay, I'm going to add... Hey! I'm not short enough for this video. I'm going to add the carrots to the steamed water and let those cook. And real soon here, I'm going to add the onion. Give that water some flavor. Then I'm going to add the peppers. They're very soft. These were from the garden, and it was very 2 long but soft peppers that I need to cook up. And then I'm going to get over on this side. Well, the plate should go over here then. Let's see here. We'll get over on this side and work on that broccoli soup. So, just a moment. Now, I made this broccoli soup in a prior video. I believe this recipe's from Martha Stewart's site. So, her magazine. Yeah, Martha Stewart's cream of broccoli soup, I believe. And I'm sure she has a recipe, of course. So you can find the recipe there, and I may have submitted that onto the video that I did on broccoli soup, and I believe I roasted a pumpkin, a very small pumpkin in that video also. In the meanwhile, I had to add more water. Now you'll have to add more water as you steam your carrots. And I'm getting ready to add the onion and have some water on hand. So I'm gonna add the onion. I got it on the plate over there. I'm just gonna, and I'm not gonna put onion in my broccoli soup like I usually do. I'm gonna use scallions on top for a garnish. So here we go. So we'll let that cook for a while and I'll be adding water. Looks like I need to add some now, doesn't it? Add just a little water, just work with it. So I did add a little salt and pepper to the water, and I'll be adding garlic powder as I go along also, according to taste. So I'm going to melt this down. You know what? I should focus on the stir-fried steam-fried vegetables first, and then I'm going to work on that soup. I think that's the plan. Put that in place here. This is pretty much home cooking, healthy home cooking for a change. I haven't been doing that very healthy dishes lately. So here we go, healthy dishes. The soup is just about creamed enough. I might have to add a little cornstarch, but I don't need too much thickening because this rice has a cheese sauce with it. So that will provide thickening. I can add the broccoli. We'll go from there because I usually add a little milk and a little sour cream and lemon juice. So I'd like to, make my broccoli soup first, and then eventually I'll be adding the chicken and the rice for a casserole. All right then. Go ahead and add your broccoli, not all of it. See how much I have, just according to how much you like in your soup. There we go. And I undercooked it deliberately because it will cook some more in this soup for a little while before I add the other ingredients. The soup is nice and thick now. I don't think I have to add cornstarch. I think it will be fine. So now I'm going to add sour cream. The soup looks pretty good. I did add a little sour cream and a little lemon juice and a little pepper. So should have plenty of flavor, but we'll see when we mix everything together. I'm getting ready to pull out the chicken, cut it up in little pieces, and assemble it with the rice and the soup for the casserole. Okay, I grabbed my chicken out of the refrigerator. I'm going to start cutting up a large thigh for this casserole. Okay. I should have a larger knife than this.
You can say that again.
But this is tender. So, here we go. Just different pieces. My husband likes his meat separate from his vegetable, but I mix mine together like a stir fry. But in the casserole, it's just little pieces. That's right. So I'm going to cut this up in little pieces. But I'm also going to be doing stir fry sizes for the steam fried vegetables. that I'm going to be using tomorrow with some white rice. That's chopped up pretty well here. Got a couple more little pieces to cut up. We'll start assembling our casserole. I'm just going to get the chicken for the stir fry. That's in slivers. Put that in this container to stir my vegetables because I'm going to use it with that. And at some point, my husband may want me to open up a can of beans and have a stir fry with that also. Because he likes to eat better than me. But I like me too. I just cut back to lower my cholesterol. Yeah. You never know. I just try to be healthier. So, that's one dish in here. And I've got the refrigerator tomorrow probably. And this is cut up pretty well. I'm going to add it to the soup over here. Oh boy. I still have a whisk in here. Oh my. Just a moment. I'll move this a little closer. Yeah. Close to comfort here. Close for comfort. Got to get this whisk out. Just add your chicken to your soup. It's a lot of chicken, but this is a casserole, and once you assemble it, a lot goes a long way.
No duh.
And you'll be glad you did, because it will provide the protein you need for your family. Yeah, once you put it with the soup, it doesn't look like much, but that did look like a lot there, didn't it? And then I'm just going to add some rice, that Rice-A-Roni, to this. I'm going to mix it up, and we'll show you what it looks like in just a moment. Here's what the finished product looks like. I could add more rice, and you can always add rice to the side if you want, but I wanted to keep it creamy. My husband loves a creamy casserole. So that's the broccoli soup with the rice and the chicken. And here you have chicken casserole. Chicken broccoli rice casserole. Yummy and delicious. I'm getting ready to put it on a plate and add cheese, shredded cheese on top for more yumminess. All right then. Here's the chicken broccoli casserole. I garnished it with shredded cheese. And there's the stir-fry vegetables with the chicken. And here's that leftover meal that I made for my husband, but I added fresh asparagus, not fresh asparagus, but canned asparagus, Green Giant. And he'll love this with the leftover stuffing. So here, this was a creative and healthy way to use leftover chicken and other leftovers. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So I did try the soup. So the soup was good. So that way I know the casserole is good. I'm pretty confident there. And I had plenty of rice left over and some chicken left over. And I'll tell you about that in a moment. Just to be on the safe side, because my husband's got to eat this too, I'm going to go ahead and try it. The chicken broccoli casserole. Mmm. It's pretty darn good, if I don't say so myself. Okay. The broccoli, I had some leftover broccoli too. We'll be using this. He loves broccoli for a side dish. There you go. Can you say that? It's a little dark there. With cheese, cream cheese, or just with butter by itself. And then I didn't use the celery I was going to use. I was going to use that with the soup or the stir fry. So what I'll do is I'll make him an appetizer tonight, and I like him too. Celery with cream cheese. Okay, I'm getting ready to say goodbye. Hope everyone enjoys their Sunday. God bless you. See you on the next one. Good Lord willing. One more thing I'd like to add before I check out completely. Tomorrow, the next day, I'm going to be attempting to make mulligan stew. I'm going to research some recipes. And I think I'm going to put that on video, and you'll have to see if you might want to make it too. All right then. I'll catch y'all later.